Now this is a question which deals with the salt of a polyprotic acid, and we have to find equivalence at a intermediate. We have to find pH at a intermediate equivalence. Now what does it mean? Let's say, see, starting with the acid H3A, it will react with NaOH. If we show the step-by-step reaction, this would give us what? It would give us NaH2A plus H2O. Now, how much of H3A was added? This is 10 ml of zero point 0.1 molar, which means 1 millimole. So NaOH should be 1 millimole at first equivalence point. This would be 0 and 0 initially. So at the end of the first iteration, this would be 1 and this would be 1 millimole. Now what happens? This was the first equivalence point. Now what happens at second equivalence point? This salt NaH2A again reacts with additional NaOH to give us what? The second salt, which is Na2HA plus H2O. How much of this was there? This was 1. So how much of this is required? This would also be 1. So at the second titration, at the second equivalence point, we will have 1 millimole of Na2HA. Now this is an intermediate salt, right? So we can see that at the second equivalence point in solution we have Ha2 minus. It will have equal tendency to absorb a proton to give us H2A minus, or to lose a proton to give us A3 minus. So clearly we have seen earlier example. So pH would be 1 by 2. This will be pKa2 plus pKa3. Now pKa2, this is 10 raised to power minus 8, which means pKa2 would be 8, and pKa3, this is 10 raised to power minus 12, which means 12. So this becomes 20 by 2, which is equal to 10. At second equivalence, H plus concentration comes out to be 10 raised to power minus 10. Next what? We need to find what is this ratio, H3A upon A3 minus. So let's consider dissociation of the triprotic acid completely, giving A3 minus and 3H plus, 3H plus. If I just write the dissociation constant of acid Ka1 into Ka2 into Ka3, because we are showing the complete dissociation, this will be A3 minus into concentration of H plus raised to power 3 upon concentration of H3A. On rearrangement, we get H3A upon A3 minus. This ratio comes out to be H plus concentration was 10 raised to power minus 10. This would be 10 raised to power minus 30 upon this K1, K2, K3 multiplied, which is 10 raised to power minus 23. So approximately it comes out to be 10 raised to power minus 7. So for this case, our answer would be C.